is they need to try and ignore the Wraith King, because if they ever isolate the Bristle or the Darkseid, they will die to like the Rupture plus AA, just dead.
And
so
I don't think Wraith King carries this game. I think Bloodseeker actually is really good versus Wraith King carry. You
because
get
he
the
can
shard.
just kite out and...
It's kiting, it's a shard, it's just... I mean, Bloodseeker actually dominates these strength heroes in the late game if you have enough items.
What if you play the Wraith King the way we saw somewhere in the wildcards, that the Wraith King does not go... Yeah, he just doesn't go into jungle because it will be Bristleback taking up all that farm and getting all the stacks, and Wraith King will just go fight and build.
I'd like to see that, just because they have the Bristle, right? Like, they have to one farm, one fight. But
okay.
Exciting game.
Exciting game, I love it. We get to see both these teams play the style they want to play, and we're going to get to see which one of those two teams is going to have the better idea of Dota going into this AniMajor. We're going to do that. We're going to experience this game together.
Hero player combinations that are going to be, we're going to have to keep our eyes out. Tim's on his Earth Spirit, he's going to be rolling around the map, causing a lot of chaos. And then over on EG, just looking at things like the Abed TA, this man on this hero, he can take over the entire game himself. So a lot of things to be excited about seeing. And one of the, I guess, kind of different things is talked about by the panel. I wonder how much you like it, and if it's something that you feel that TNC can roll with pretty well. Is this idea of having the mid Bristleback and the offlane Darkseer, having these two cores, bringing the chaos whilst Gabby on the Wraith King gets the farm. Do you like this approach from TNC?
It's their comfort. It's what they've been super good with in the DPC, so why not, right? Like Curtis was saying, you don't want to change your strategy up so much going into this, so I do like that they do just put it out there. So they just test the waters, see how EG is going to react to it. I'm definitely looking at Tim's though, right? I want to actually see if he's going to ever make an early move, because you have to imagine, this is TNC versus Abed Owen. So there's got to be a little bit of that wanting of blood for Tim's in particular. We're going to see, I want to see in particular, these rotations of like Ion Shell on the Earth Spirit, maybe an early TP, potentially looking to pressure Abed early on, because that's something that they can definitely do to burn those refraction charges and actually set themselves up for a good start.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Tim's movements in the early game are going to have to be something that EG will need to be quite prepared for. And in terms of the lane in general, I mean, how does Bristle play against the TA in the matchup in the 1v1?
It's pretty farm heavy. I think TA slightly will be able to out-farm the Bristleback, but I think it's really going to be up like to what Curtis was saying on the panel, is just rotations early on, who gets the double runes, who's able to secure better, who's able to maybe get a stack camp or something on that small camp early on.
And then looking at the side lanes, I mean, anything that sort of stands out to you as being a difficulty here for one of the teams?
Definitely the Darkseer. That is going to be really tough for him versus just a Bloodseeker who sustains versus it freely. You have an AA, long range, able to trade hits and always bully. So they're going to have to, of course, manipulate creep with that Earth Spirit, and we'll see how Bach is able to do. Because he's also, I watched quite a bit of their games and just was looking at him. He struggles a lot in some of their games. Like, he has like 9 deaths or 8 deaths, so he ends up being that like big sacrifice for Armel and for Gabby to kind of pop off. Nice.
Sure, do those deaths tend to happen in sort of the laning stage, the early game? Is that where Bach sometimes struggles?
I mean, it's kind of all over the place, to be honest with you. I saw him playing a lot of different variety of heroes, though, so it's also in the region as well, too, right? Like, SEA is a bit crazy, so they are just, like, committing for kills sometimes that maybe aren't so good, but it kind of just happens throughout all stages.
So far on the CS, I mean, as you say, bottom, RTZ is having the edge here against Bach, not struggling at all against the Darkseer. Top lane, moving in onto Boomy. Boomy has got the stick charges and the Fairy Fire ready to go, so he'll be able to survive that, but we're now certainly seeing it between Ice, and Crit on these two. They've got a lot of burst kill potential in this lane, so Boomy, he's going to have to be very careful as the line. He gets caught out of position, EG's going to be able to blow him up.
I think him and Gabby both have to be pretty careful. I think this is going to be the tougher lane for the side of TNC. The minus armor in general versus Wraith King, he is one of the lower armor carries. Even when you have Ring of Protection, you're only at like this 4 armor. And there's a Blightstone, a little Shredder, and then there's this Mars who just rips into you with physical damage of God's Rebuke. So they got to be a bit careful up here. And mid, I'm actually seeing some nice stuff from Abed. He actually goes for Meld at level 3. That's kind of cool. Because he's playing versus that melee matchup, he can easily get that Meld off onto Armel and make the trades more valuable for himself.
In there. Give Armel a right punch here as Armel will look to grab the creeps away, and looks like he's going to maybe take them up and bring up some new target. He's going to get the bounty rune here. Make sure that Abed isn't able to step back and get the refill. Not that Abed's going to mind too much, still has the bottle full at the moment. The water route.
They have to be sure that they're not...
Tim. So Tim's still...
They have to make sure they're not too low on HP. I think that's one of the biggest things I'm looking, because look at Bach. Immediately when we see these heroes low on HP, he just starts getting hit by Arteezy. He might actually just die. He's gone.
There we have it, first blood. Indeed, not an easy start for Bogdan. Just 6 CS against the 15 and 8 for Arteezy. I mean, you said it in terms of heroes. It's not an easy lane for the Darkseer to play in and put any pressure on. And Bok, yeah, he's not going to be able to have much impact down here at all. So we'll see what sort of moves he does make on the Darkseer. But this bottom half of the map hasn't been great. Of course, Tim's still yet to really find a place to make a move. Still just sitting halfway through level 1. So it's going to be very hard for him to have an impact in this early game, considering they just didn't really have the opportunity in the lane to get him any XP here as this Spirit. So it'll be a very slow start for Tim's.
They're getting the stack started, though. Look at Boomy. He's even got, what, 1, 2 double stack over here. They got triple stack on the Ancient side here from the Earth Spirit. And Tim's is looking to maybe play around mid. I do want to see him look for that rotation early on with a level 2 Ion Shot on him, TP to mid, look for probably around the 6-minute rune, just so he can set up Armel for a bit more success. Since Armel is still farming fine, but he is not actually winning the matchup versus Abed. Abed is out farming.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they can find Fly here. Fly is going to walk up into the two of them, Bok and Tim's. They got the damage. Fly is out to the side with the stick charge. He's still alive here now as the backup of Arteezy is now turned towards Tim's. Arteezy ready to run down Tim's as Arteezy claims the kill. Bok vacuum Fly up to the high ground. Will get the kill. He's going to look to try and surge himself away from Arteezy, but of course that level 1 surge quickly coming to an end. Blood Bright's available and Arteezy is on track to clean up another. Runs down Bok. Double kill for Arteezy as he really is having the best start he could hope for on that bottom lane. At the same time, in mid, Abed, he hits that 6, he chases him down, takes out Armel as EG getting some big kills in the mid lane and the bottom lane. Up top though, TNC, they are able to take down Ice. So core deaths across the map, but still overall EG definitely having some pretty scary looking starts here on some of their cores.
They're really crushing the start. Fly, even though he dies bottom, it actually feels like almost a good death because he just TPs mid, refills Abed's bottle, and now Armel is versus a full TA. It's top, Gabby.
And look at this straight up top, Gabby. Stick with the 1 charge is just enough to save him, but he's now fully out of regen. We'll get passed over a Tango, but has to be careful coming close to that tower there. Crit saw good opportunities to set up for the combo onto him. See Fly trying to check out what's going on. And we'll actually be able to sap some of the XP here. By the looks of it from Armel. Armel's going to try and do his best to push Fly away. And it will work.
So we'll get a good chunk of that XP, though.
Radiant's top tower.
Juking him. It's okay, mid lane.
I was going to say, he's not going to find him at all. As Tim's, he's gone. This mid lane has become a bit of a no-go zone here now for TNC's. Boomy's TP'd in. Slowed down by the trap, has the backup of Armel, so Abed and Crit won't be able to dive in anymore. But Abed, now with the DD, with those treads, with the levels as well as we're seeing with his trap set up around the mid lane, this is a very scary place for them to turn up. I mean, Arteezy, he couldn't be having a happier time. He could not be having a happier time down here. Kill after kill, 3-0-1.
They kill the Ring of Health. They kill the Vanguard. That finished Vanguard for Armel is now dead since they go for this invasion play. They even get traps around the area here too. This is the beauty of a TA versus these heroes that want to farm stacks and just sit in the jungle so much too. You're just going to be able to set up vision in the area that's going to be a lot harder to de-ward. Tim's will find the 1 ward, but it's a level 2 Earth Spirit at this point. Arteezy is having a dream start. And as the panel was saying, like Curtis was mentioning, Bloodseeker versus these tanky strength cores, he thrives when he gets this type of start. So this is definitely a concern for them here. And there's also a medallion already on Crit. I mean, this is quick stuff coming out from EG. Very good early start here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how does Tim's even make a move, right? But all of these cores, they're not easy ones to roll into, especially when you're as under-leveled as you are. Going into this TA or into the face of a Bloodseeker, both of these heroes, they're just going to turn and kill you.
They took the mid tier 1 at 7 minutes. Now they've got easier access to go into these jungle points and just steal the stacks. Thankfully, Armel, he does go through and actually clean up 2 of them for now. But now they've lost their jungle, they've lost access to their Ancients quite heavily, and Abed might just start actually playing more aggressive. Instead of playing on his side, he's going to be able to farm the opposite side of the map and deny a lot of gold. This is definitely concerning here for TNC.
I mean, what's the move here for TNC? Yeah, you know, the speed, it's stepping up pretty fast from EG. I mean, TNC, who can they sort of get together to try and make something happen and try and have a punch back at EG?
I think they have to start utilizing the Ion Shell. Double Ion Shell and Darkseer Earth Spirit, maybe have the Lions start rotating as well. They got to start doing something because they're losing too much map control too early. They've even had to now leave the top lane. Ice is 6. Wraith King has to go jungle, and now it feels like they're going to have 2 heroes that just have to jungle on Armel and Wraith King, as Armel still has to wait for his Vanguard to come back to life, as it is coming out now.
And they're going to go full in on the sort of just hoping that EG don't speed things up too much. And Gabby queuing up the Midas Radiance. He's going to go for the full greed. They want to try and somehow get this game going to the later stages. So a lot of pressure on the rest of TNC to make sure that Gabby is going to have the time and space to build up these 2 items. And more, of course.
That does feel a bit concerning, but they do have good way to run at them, right? With 4 heroes, they have Bristle, they have Earth Spirit, they have Darkseer, so they can actually make the space for this Wraith King if they do run out together. But EG is making the first moves completely, and RTZ even setting up a defensive ward for himself, and then he's just going to TP top anyway. Even though he doesn't spot anything with that ward, he's going to look to continue pressuring.
Let's see what they do here. This is all under the dire ward of TNC. Look at the spear back onto Gabby. Into the range of Abed as they bring down the Red King at once. Tim's rolls in, but he instantly gets ruptured. The arena's out from Ice. They turn towards Tim's. Ice, he's able to get himself out as the arena holds back Armel and Gabby. Armel trying to move on forward, but EG, they've got the full 5 here. RTZ stepping off to the side, but Blood Bright's down. They'll turn back in on towards Gabby. RTZ commits over the spear, pushes back Armel. Gabby will live. He gets himself back underneath the tower. They keep Gabby safe for now. So TNC, all things said and done, definitely able to limit the casualties there, only losing Tims, and they will be able to push back a full 5-man attempt there from EG to take that tower.
Bach finally gets some breathing room down bottom to get his level 7, get his Arcane Boots online. But that is a Reincarnate down too, so it is a very long cooldown that is used for that one where EG can't play around it. And they're probably going to look to just keep going up top. Arteezy healing up off some neutrals. He's going to be able to continue pressure up there.
Let's see if Armel's strong enough to sort of hold off this aggression.
What's he going to buy for armor? I see he's buying treads right now, but he does need a little bit of armor versus this lineup. There's Medallion, there's Little Shredder, there's Meld.
Cookie set up.
He's in trouble.
Radiant's bottom tower.
He's looking pretty dead here.
Sure
Straight
is.
away, I mean, they're playing this combo nicely. They've been doing it since the laning stage. Crit and Ice, just
look how fast
Cookie
he
in,
is.
easily allowing him to get the angle for the spear, and indeed Arteezy's chasing for more. He's got a rupture ready if he needs it. Good stun from Boom. Will hold Arteezy back, so Arteezy actually not able to continue to commit, but of course TNC pushed entirely away from this top half of the map now. EG, they can get the objective they're looking for, get that tier 1 tower.
They're really smashing this early game. There's no real reactions that TNC can do. They weathered the storm at first because of that Reincarnate, but that's kind of it. They didn't get any positive out of it except for Bach getting some space. Gabby now does end up going bottom, but as you said, he's going for this very greedy build, so really does feel like EG is just going to punish the hell out of it.
And that's coming in with the TPs. They know that Reincarnation is still on cooldown for a good amount of time.
6
Gabby's
on
aware.
Snapfire.
People disappearing off other areas of the map. Gabby's not sticking around at the tower.
They don't hit buildings very easily anymore. Bristleback is a good tower hitter overall. Same thing for like Wraith King with Skeletons, but when you're at this deficit, it's easy for EG to just set up. They have multiple different heroes that can actually set up to go for those defenses. The Bloodseeker as well as that Mars. They have the Kisses.
They're trying to get on top. Gabby's been ruptured. The Kisses are coming out as well. Gabby's going to try and run. It'll turn with the crit, but Arteezy's got it. That's Gabby down. Over to the side, Tims will be able to get on top of crit. Binds him in return. Instantly out with the TP as well to make... I guess... Oh, I should have had his client in a different language or something. So it must be all fixed now. All fixed now. He's changed the settings. We're good to go.
Nice blast in mid. TA trap watching Boomy.
And they'll take
later.
Smooth combo there from the low ground. Arena down. Perfect setup for the blast. It's a low effort kill there from EG. A few spells and the Lion's gone.
Once you start getting ahead with TA, it starts to be really difficult to play the map. These heroes like Lion you just die. You know, there's a trap on top of you and you're just dead. One other hero comes over for rotation and you do end up just dying.
Blessings.
TNC, though, considering the objectives that have been taken and the kills that have been had, only 2k behind, so still holding in. An Armel, he is going to be very tanky on the Bristle. Vanguard done, continuing to beef up. I mean, and as I say, if they can somehow fight as the 4, keep Gabby safe, They will have this Wraith King that
Radiant are scanning.
does have the potential to become quite a bit of a raid boss, and they're actually going to look to get him in. Okay, no, Gabby, he doesn't want any part of this.
I don't think
he's going to continue to hit creeps. Bok, Boomy, Tims, they're ready to go on the hunt. They've got the 6 on Boomy. They have that burst from the finger. That they should be able to get the kill if they find a hero alone.
They got to get a high priority one, though. They need to try to find Abed. He's got a haste rune, though. They might just end up having to be satisfied with crit. They're actually going to go at the D ward right away. But they're going to reveal their positioning with that one. And yeah, I mean, Armel is tanky in a way, but at the same time, he's not. There's so much minus armor that's coming out. It's a level 4 meld already. Max Little Shredder with a medallion, too. This is not going to be easy for him to actually tank the brunt of the force that's coming out from EG. And there's an Ice Blast on top, too.
I mean, yeah, is this still a game where you do like that he got the hood, or would you have liked him to see some sort of plate mail or something else instead of it? Or do you feel that the hood is indeed very necessary here?
It's such a good pickup always, like when you're versus like Mars and AA, but I feel like the plate mail might have had more merit, or even maybe just a casual medallion, because I was clicking around like who's actually going to build a medallion on their team besides just the Bristleback. It's a little bit of a weird pickup to get on your core, but it does feel like it might be more necessary versus all this minus armor.
Nice catch here from Tims. We'll be able to dispel the smoke movement here from EG. This was on track to get down towards Gabby, so Tims just making sure he's always in position roughly on the map between Gabby and the rough whereabouts of EG.
It's Roche time. They've got the Deso, they've got the Medallion, they've got the Shredder. They're going to easily be able to do this one. I don't think there's any way TNC can contest this.
Yeah, they'll have to let this one go to EG. Sages will be theirs, and EG will see what moves they want to make next. As Abed very ready to get in on the front of the fights now. We'll see, of course, yeah, Armel just going straight for this halberd next. Needs to have something against the TA.
That'll be nice, at least for that.
3,100 gold into the relic.
It's time that TNC really does need. But it does feel like they're just losing. They're just going to keep losing on this map control. This mid tower has barely even been touched. 1,700 HP still on it, and EG's playing active. They're still looking for plays.
They're all inside TNC's jungle right now, keeping the wave push right up to the tier 2 here. 15 minutes in, and this tier 2 probably going to go down without being defended here by TNC, so it's a very early pressure just continuing to come out from EG as TNC just opting to try and play as far away from EG as they can so that Gabby's farm goes uninterrupted.
They're getting a pipe on the Dark Seer next too, which I feel like the Crimson Guard might actually be more valuable this time since he is versus all this physical damage, but it does feel like he does want it. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely scared of the magic. Yeah, hood on one core and pipe on the other, so really focusing on seeing, you said, the damage from the AA. Boom.
Goodbye.
Ooh, okay. Steps out the base, and EG, they make short work of him. Boomy's gone. And, yeah, 60 minutes in, they're having a bit of a tickle at the high ground.
Why not? They know that Gabby is not prepared yet to fight. He's got the relic, but not quite the Radiance yet.
That's very true. You're effectively pushing in whilst there's no carry.
Mm-hmm. And Arteezy's still farming in the mid lane, so he's not actually getting, disrupted of having to stick with his team the whole time. He's getting his own type of farm. Armel has to start reacting toward top. Ice waiting at the wings here with his ward, watching the Armel rotation. Won't quite catch him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See Abed just trying to find a few more creeps here to hit this timing of the blink in combination with picking up this DD rune. Just a couple hundred gold away from having the blink dagger. As in the mid, and drop the arena, not quite enough damage to take down Tims though. Tims, he's going to live through that burst. He's out.
They revealed their ward with that play too. Instantly de-warded by Boomy. So limited vision right now from the side of EG, but they have so much information just from the tower pushing that they've been able to do and from the traps that Abed's laying down all over the place.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Blink coming out on the courier. Another tier 2 getting pressured. Map shrinking for TNC.
No, it certainly is. So strong, guys. And even though, 4K, not that the biggest of leads you'd necessarily see in a game that one team is sort of getting as far ahead as it feels that EG is, it's very much the fact that, EG, they're going for the objectives. They're going for exactly what needs to be done. They're not aimlessly chasing for kills. They seem that they've got a pattern. They know how to close up this game. They know what their goal is, and so far they've not been forced to stray away from it. It very much does seem that the EG is pretty much in full control right now.
Absolutely, and Arteezy's he's not sticking with this team, so he's not getting under-leveled by any means. He's actually playing his own game on the sides here, so he's still getting very farmed, very high level. Level 14 on Bloodseeker. Abed's 15. He's got a BKB about to be finished on Bloodseeker too. So he's keeping up with the pace.
He will be done, so Radiance at least, but you know, as you say, he's going to turn up and still have quite the struggle standing toe-to-toe against this Bloodseeker TA. They will be able to blow up Gabby twice. And Radiance alone is not likely to make that much of a difference at this stage of the game. He's going to need to still play a bit of the AFK game, even when that Radiance is done.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
As long as he gets really good RNG with the evasion, with the mischance from that Radiance, maybe he can survive, but it is so much overwhelming damage now. Solar Crest, little Shredder,
yeah, we got the
Armel, they're going for it.
They're looking for Armel. They've got the Ice Blast coming over. I mean, he didn't stand a chance there. The minus armor, the damage coming out with the DD on Abed. That's the Bristleback gone, and that's going to be a huge concern for TNC with this sort of lineup that they're trying to play with the draft. You know, the Bristle, he's got to live. You know, if he's not alive, you've got nobody else to start a fight or to respond to a fight. You know, the Bristle's life is everything for TNC to be able to do something. So with Armel gone for 30 seconds, they're unlikely to be able to make any sort of moves here as EG step up to the high ground.
15 seconds on Aegis. EG really trying to force the issue. Something is going crazy in the other game. Gary is going ham over here.
There's definitely much more of a calm experience in this one. 12 to 3 is to say, not an insane amount of kills, just very, very controlled and careful game here from EG.
And look at Crit even taunting them.
Lane to lane.
Are you going to play the game line? They're starting to make a move out, Tims.
So they're fine Fly. Fly's gone. Arteezy maybe looking at the chance of getting back in on this. Abed's making his way back over. Ice, no arena for 20 seconds.
That is a magnetize and a finger. So it is a pretty big committal that they had to use to get that one kill. Don't know if the magnetize was absolutely necessary, but they're just trying to get anything on the map since they are at this big deficit right now.
You just throw everything at this stage, yeah. You've got to secure yourself something here, TNC. You've not been able to find kills for the most part of this game. You have to guarantee you get whatever gets presented to you. As EG, of course, there's still some easy objectives for them to take. The tier 1 still standing down bottom, so some very simple goal for them to pick up here as Abed starts to bring the bottom creep wave round. See if TNC can pull together any sort of defenses outside of their base here on the bottom half of the map on this side lane.
They're bringing Tims down, but it was spotted. Arteezy actually saw Tims TP on that tier 2 with the vision. Ice is going to know that this Earth Spirit's in the area.
He's going to get ruptured. He's going to turn it. Arteezy puts the BKB. They're ready to go. The arena's down. Box gone. Gabby's down the once. He's going to be back for round 2. But Tims, he's getting hit hard by the kisses. Tries to roll away, but Arteezy's got the kill. They turn. Looking to lock down Arteezy. Hex into the stun, but it's 3 dead on TNC. Only Armel and Boomy left alive as EG. They're ready to look for the cleanup here. Armel trying to run, but Arteezy chases him down. Double kill for the Bloodseeker. Boomy, he's into the trees. They're hunting for him. They're not going to let Boomy go. He's going to try for the TP out, but they've got the damage. It's a team wipe. EG clean up. 17 to 5, 8k lead. TNC just not showing any signs of being able to fight back at EG this game.
The game plan from EG, it's too fast. They got too much of an advantage at this point. TNC, they can't fight, and they're all set up in the area. EG, they saw the Earth Spirit setting up from the tier 2, so they know that this fight is inevitably going to happen. Ice just throws his life away. He doesn't care. He's like, all right, we're going to win this fight. I jump in. It's over. If he gets that type of initiation, there's no way they're going to be able to do anything about it with this BKB from the Bloodseeker. And pointing out a bit of an interesting skill build, Arteezy's got 1 point in Blood Right and then stats. Because all he really has to do, it's not like this silence is phenomenal this game. He's not playing versus some type of spirit or some super mobile hero. He just needs to be able to stand toe-to-toe and fight back versus these tanky. That's also why he's gone for the lifesteal talent too. That's really good planning, really methodical from EG this game. 10,000 gold lead already. Experience also 12,000.
You guys gonna play the game.
And Crit continues to taunt them.
Boomy able to respond a little bit here. I mean, how we doing on Gabby? Radiant, so after that, it's sort of a slow move on towards the halberd. I believe we did see the Courier of Armel getting taken down that last fight, so I had the recipe of what would have been a completed halberd. So it's going to be put on the sidelines for a little bit. Top lane, nice. He's got the setup on Bok. Another kill here for EG, as getting out on the map is a huge struggle here for TNC right now.
Oh, pretty cool too. Abed, he finds himself the Grove Bow, so if he plays at max distance with his attacks overall versus this Wraith King, he doesn't even get affected by Radiance. So that miss rate that comes into play won't even be hitting him if he plays at max range because of all that plus range that he has now.
That's pretty insane, actually.
And it is pretty nuts. I mean, this talent is ridiculous, this level 10 one that we are now seeing a lot since we're seeing so much TA.
Yeah, we are just seeing sort of flawless play here from, really from EG as a whole, but the fact that it's both cores, right? Abed and Arteezy, they're yet to die this game. There's no moves made on them. Abed 6-0-6, Arteezy 7-0-6. They had a perfect start from the laning stage, and just very, very careful play here from EG, making sure that they don't make any mistakes.
It's super clean. They're one of the better early game teams, and they're really showing it in this game. Just really methodical, just across the board, not giving TNC any hope. As TNC, as we said, they're building these halberds and stuff like that, but those will be effective to be able to disarm the TA. But armor is still a massive issue for them. You see the plate mail is queued up now, but
it's not going to be easy here.
No.
For TNC.
I don't know how they do the initiations.
Yeah, but maybe for that one fight.
Yeah, they have to have Armel be able to actually tank the brunt of the force so that Tims can get a good follow-up, so he can actually, get this magnetized to spread probably so he can get these silences and all that, but he's just dying too quickly. He just gets killed in a matter of seconds before the Mars arena even ends.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And I mean, you're right as well. This BKB queued up next for Armel is not really going to make a difference, right? I mean, Hood BKB, where is the armor? Is the evasion really enough?
Doesn't feel like it will be. Abed steps up a bit far here. But he's got BKB.
We got Boomy. He's gone there, gets taken out by a big meld here from Abed. They're going to be able to block Armel off to the side as Abed works in on towards the Bristleback. Armel trying to get away, but he's been ruptured. He'll try and CP out, but Arteezy's in with the damage. Armel's gone. TNC, they are able to take out Ice, but they lose 2 for it. Abed and Arteezy continuing to go unscathed in these fights. They just cannot kill these two.
Ice continues just to be the sacrifice. He jumps in, he gets hit by everything, he dies, but for the greater good. As Roche does respawn, Crit spots it with that trap too, and they're just gonna back up and go for that one here. TNC, can they contest it? They still have 25 seconds without the Bristle. Feels like if they give this one up, the game is pretty much impossible for them, but don't think they can even make it there in time.
They just can't make the move quick enough with the speed that EG take down Roche. Very quick Roche down here for Evil Geniuses.
Feels like a valuable Bloodseeker shard game. So, I mean, usually we see the TAs take it, but he's not versus any type of, effective silence hero. So, yeah, Arteezy, really good shard game versus these strength cores. He's going to continue to just rip them apart.
Ice. Got the setup here onto Gabby. Backup's coming in from EG. Ice Blast connects. They're in with the meld it. They're going to be able to pop Gabby the once. As they're on the cliff. This time Arteezy's got a friend. Ice and Arteezy, they're up on the cliff. Arteezy's going to TP his way off it, back towards the mid lane. TNC are able to get in and take down Fly. Ice also off the cliff as he looks towards Boomy, but Crit goes down. Arteezy and Abed are going to make their way back over. See if they can still clean this one up as they've got the rupture down onto Armel. They'll step in, they'll bring him out, rolling for Tims, trying to get it onto Arteezy, but they don't have the damage. Arteezy's back up to full HP there with the cheese, as it's another cleanup by EG, triple kill for Abed. As Bok, he nearly goes down as well there. We'll see the dive in onto Boomy, spear off the mark, no, Boomy's going to go for the TP out, and he actually makes it away there with that spear missing, so Boomy will live. But another fight where TNC do struggle to kick back. They get the 2 supports. Nice little cute move there from Bok, getting the 2 cores on the cliff. Definitely meant that there was some time for TNC to punch back that fight.
Some time to run away, perhaps, as this TA just shreds them in a matter of hits. The BKB gets popped, doesn't have to worry about missing at all, even if he is close range. Abed nearly has MKB to deal with that annoying invasion that will be coming out anyway. 14,000 gold lead. Yeah, TNC still struggling to really find much of anything in the game. Clean game from EG. all sticking together again. All 5 heroes up on this high ground. TNC rallied together too, but this fight looks pretty impossible. Ice waiting at the wings to initiate.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, he's got the arena back up. TNC's got to be careful.
Dire's bottom tower has
They'll
fallen.
step back in Abed just with this completed MKB. This evasion isn't going to do anything at all.
So hard for them to play the draft the way that they wanted to, where they have these tanky cores running in, so it allows these Earth Spirit in line to get their spells off properly, but they're just not tanky. G just waiting outside their base for an opportunity.
Happy to take their time. Ice is up to the top, ready to start bringing that wave round. I want to try and make sure they've got all 3 pushing in onto TNC when they look to go for the high ground advantage. Arteezy. Get the rupture down onto Tim's into the blood right. Arteezy wants to push in for this, but the Ghost Scepter's out. Tim finds himself some time. Oh, he's on the cliff. They've got Abed up there, but he's going to get Cookie back down to the low ground. Ice Bar's coming in. They've got the lockdown to take Abed down the ones. But now EG, they're ready for the chase down onto TNC. Gabby's going to get surged up to the high ground in time. Desperately trying to escape from EG here, but the arena's out. They've caught Armel. As Armel trapped in the arena will get cleaned up immediately. A buyback comes out for Tim's. Gabby dies instantly after he reincarnates. As Arteezy's diving into the base here. Runs down Bok, looks over towards Boomy. Tim's trying to get away with the Ghost Scepter, but as it comes to an end, so does his life. Arteezy takes him out. The Ghost Scepter on Boomy will not save him this time round, as they've got the control through it all. As it's another team wipe by EG, 29-8. EG getting very close to being able to close up this game 1 here against TNC.
They lost nobody. And that was with the Tim's buyback. They couldn't kill anything at GG. What a clean game by EG.
What a game. Absolutely. I think, one thing when it comes to seeing EG, for all the EG fans back at home, it's